Cordial greeting. I'm William Mosquera, student of the Master's degree in Management of Information Technology, and as part of the course of Government and Management of IT Service Guide by Dr. Carlos Fernando Varela, I'm going to share the development of the partial workshop. Introduction. This laboratory was developed with the purpose of launching an activity to facilitate the understanding of the partial component of IT infrastructure based on the management of a service using help desk tools in the framework of implementation of good administrative practice of the entire business. The first thing was to select the help desk tool, and for our task we select the Freshdesk Cloud. Then proceeded with the registration and configuration of the administrator account, as well as to web agent. Later, several incidents were managed, to which tickets were assigned for their follow-up in timely response, and finally statistics of the behavior in the response of the ticket and the time of the same were made. Practical component. General objective. Set up a helpdesk environment for the hypothetical organization whose support in the information technology services are being managed for the registration, follow-up, solution, and close of incidents, events, and problems. Specific objectives. The Canal helpdesk system environment. To install a helpdesk system and a local computer or registration the organization into cloud computing based helpdesk application. To configure the helpdesk system for the organization and system outsource roles. To make the management of incidents, events, and problems related to the service of the organization using the helpdesk configured. To update the knowledge based in the helpdesk system. To document the installation, configuration, and operativation of the helpdesk system. Materials. Personal computer with Windows Vista or above operating system and internet browser. Freshdesk Cloud-based helpdesk application website if you choose to the workshop with a cloud helpdesk service. This service can be accessed to the next address. Log of incidents related to the service of the organization to be registered and managed. Other client computers that wish to enter the helpdesk system by web interface to represent different user roles. Workshop development. For the development of this practical workshop, the following steps were followed. The first using was the selection of the helpdesk system, and for this purpose, the Freshdesk Cloud system was selected due to its versatility and easy to use. To make use of the helpdesk system in the Freshdesk Cloud, it was necessary to register an username and password, for which reason such registration was made. To articulate the operation of the Freshdesk system, the requirements of the case study, that is, of the S. San Rafael Hospital in Leticia. A large amount of explanatory material was reviewed, mainly videos and a principal administrator and 2 agents were configured. Now, several FAQs were programmed related to the main service that are being worked at the S. San Rafael Hospital in Leticia, such as requests for medical appointment via web and requests for medical histories via web. Tickets are now assigned for the registered incident to the agents responsible for advancing the response and solution producers. Tickets are now assigned from the registered incident to the agents responsible for advancing the response and solution producers. Each agent proceeds to solve and close the tickets assigned to their responsibility, statistics, and reports. Results and problems. During the development of this practical workshop, the main results and problems that we can evaluate are the effectiveness of the work to be able to assign responsibilities to different agents, depending on the role they assume in the help desk. Sometimes it was not possible to visualize some of the agents from the administrative session, which meant that many of the tickets were assigned to a few people or agents. Diversity of reports to measure the results, bid dates, and various aspects of the tickets.